Alright boys, here's a brand new property. Alright boys, as you can see, brand new property. I got it looking real nice. See how I got all the hedges real tight and nice. Got all my edges looking good. My hedges and my edges, alright? All in the front of the house. Just a little bit more grass. Here's a lot of bushes, as you can see, because they outline all around the grass, and then they got them up here in front of the house. And right here, there was this little piece. There's a little piece that was broke. You see this little piece right there in front of my shoe, and it was like half of it was broke, and so when the water would come on, it would just like geyser out, you know, around that piece because half of it was kind of broke off. Actually, someone had drove over it with a car. Like the actual head itself was fine, but just like the rim of the plastic piece was broke. And actually, as you can see, they just, you know, put some rocks in this bed, and there's big shrubs in the middle that wrap around the fountain. They don't need water. I was like, hey, should we just cap this head? They got all the other heads in this island, but see, what we did is we put an adjustable thing there, and you can turn the adjustment all the way down so that the water is off. And they wanted to do that because in case his wife wanted to like plant something in there at some point, I just bought a new one of those adjustment things and we put in there because he wanted me to check through all his irrigation heads. You know, like when I started this yard, he wanted to check through all the heads and make sure they were all good to go. Because, you know, I can replace heads and things, no problem. And as you can see, it's definitely kind of dry during this particular day that I'm showing you this. It's not that dry now, but these are some other plants I planted. And then over here, you know, I'm going to show you where the island where I had, yeah. Oh, and also another thing is all over there, over that bank by the golf course. I mow that too. And here's the stuff that's planted. The deer have eaten that. Look at that. Deer eat those little things. Don't know if the customer accommodated for that, you know, when I put these in. So it's kind of a bummer, but she picked them out. So anyway, over here, you know, over here along this golf course, you know, I keep limbs picked up in this area right here where I'm walking. You know, keep it maintaining them. Right here, you see the golf course has their kind of planted grass right here, you know, that tall stuff. But there's probably, I don't know, 6 swipes or so, and it was just real tall right here. You couldn't even see that golf course grass. And that's one of the reasons they fired their last service. They didn't speak English, and they could not even get them to mow that piece down there. Couldn't get them to mow that piece in so that they could, you know, see the golf course a little better. Just crazy. And they couldn't get them to plant these things because they wouldn't reply to their emails and stuff like that. So they literally lost this job to me just because they couldn't answer their emails and, you know, stuff. They just didn't have customer service, and so they lost the job. It wasn't like they did a bad job on the mowing or anything. Like when I came out to estimate the property, you know, I'm like, hey, it looks good because like I said, they had their, you know, stuff. I tightened it up a little more, the shrubs and everything, you know, the pruning, but they had it pretty good, but, you know, it's just one of them things. Alright, boys, as you can see, we got, you know, my dad had some sod left over from a job that he was doing, and so I kind of, you know, we were going to put it in my backyard, so I scalped it down, didn't prepare it too much, but, yeah, because we had to do something with it because it was sitting on a pallet for a couple days, so we had to, you know, before he threw it away, hey, let's put it down in my backyard, you know. This is right in my backyard. As you can see, me and my dad were out here getting it. And my little helper, too. And, oh man, you can see that window unit over there in that one window. During this time, few weeks ago, like, I got a brand new HVAC system in the house, like 1 or 2 years old, and it had broke. And during those weeks, man, it was like, 97, 98 outside, and that was bad. So we had that window unit. I just keep it as emergency in the attic, so at least we could cool down, like, our room and stuff like that. And so that was during this time too. But anyway, so we're putting this grass out here. You see over there to the far side, you see there's like a green patch. That's from a different job my dad did, and it right where I'm walking right now, we're removing that table. You see that real green patch? Because that was some other leftover grass that my dad had from a different job, like a few weeks before we put this down. And so so I put that there a few weeks before that, and this grass is doing pretty good. Oh, you see River, he's got the John Deere tractor out here, driving around. River, man, 3 years old, he is just chatting and talking with us constantly, just chit-chatting. You see him over there moving his arms, talking with his hands, talking about he can't get out of that little area, and Dad's helping him get around it. There he goes, driving around the thing. He can drive right out of the gate. He can, even though there's mowers in the garage, with only like a 2 or 3 foot opening, he can back it up and pull it in the garage all by himself, like without hitting it. So he's a pretty good driver. So he's helping me blow off the patio. He gets mad. He wants to always like help me with the blower. As you can see, this grass, it was rolled up, so it needs water and stuff. So that's what we're doing now. And helping. See.